Welcome to the Great North American Stampin' Show. I'm Jodi Reinert, and this is my Stamp with Jodi YouTube channel. We are excited to bring you a brand new episode. We're actually in Season 7, Episode 7, so we are moving really quickly through Season 7. If you haven't seen our previous episodes, just check the playlist here. You can catch up on everything. First, shout out to Lisa. She won last week's episode, episode 6. So congratulations to her. For today's episode, we're going back to the mini catalog and we're going to be inspired by some of the layouts that we see there. The card I'm going to show you, you know my style is quick and creative, but this card has the simplest little technique that I think you're just going to be like, how have I not thought of this before? It's so easy, but it's really got a wow factor with it. So take a look, watch my video here, and then look in the description and click on all 3 links so that you watch all 4 of the videos and you give a thumbs up vote to the one that you like the best. Voting ends this Sunday evening, and we will see who is crowned the next winner of the Great North American Stampin' Show. All right, let's get started. So we are in the Stampin' Up! Mini Catalog, and our inspiration for this episode is coming from page 23. You can see there's these 5 different card samples here, and I am going to show you a card that I was inspired to create based on this one here. A couple of things to note. There is a layer on top of the card base that goes all the way to the margins. A lot of times, like this one, for example, we cut that first layer down a little bit so that you see the entire card base around the edges a little bit. Or like this one here, you see that petal pink around the designer paper layer. So this one, it covers the whole width, but you see a little bit on the ends. It's got a long piece through the center and then a spot with the greeting. So that was my inspiration for the card that I am so excited to show you. I will pull in the card base just to get that folded and out of the way. This is Flirty Flamingo. So we'll set that aside. And then I've also got layers of Old Olive, a little bit of Basic Beige, some, what is this called? Specialty Rickrack. So it's kind of fun to look at on the whole spool. It's very soft. You might think of this as being firm, but it's actually a very soft, easy to work with type of ribbon trim. So I'll use a little piece of that. And then the star of this show is going to be this piece of designer paper. It's from the Beautiful Gallery package of designer paper. Honestly, it's one that's been around for a while, but it works great for what I'm going to show you. So I will start with this piece of designer paper, and I am pulling in some watercolor pencils. I don't know how often you use watercolor pencils. I don't use them all that often. I tend to go with Stampin' Blends quite a bit when I need to do some coloring, but I really enjoy pulling them out every so often to do some projects. So I am using a few different colors, Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and I think I've got Calypso Coral and Real Red. What you might notice as I am very quickly and not so carefully coloring is that's kind of the beauty of it. Like I can just scribble some color in these various areas and I don't have to worry about getting it completely full or solid colored in. It's not like a coloring book when you were a kid and you had to color in all the spaces. This is a little bit more scribble, go faster, and just kind of get the color in the general area where you want it. To be honest, this is my kind of coloring as an adult because I don't always have or want to take the time to be too particular on coloring neatly like we grew up learning how to color. Okay, I'm sure I'll find something that I didn't do. So those are the different flower colors. And then I'm coming back with Old Olive on the leaves. Again, just scribbling some color in those spots. Okay, I think I've gotten all the areas. If I notice some As we're blending the color, we can go back and fix it. But you can see it's pretty rough looking right now. I promise it's going to get better. So when we use watercolor pencils, I think the most often go-to tool for blending is a blender pen. So I just pick up the color like this with the blender pen, blend that color together. This is the same color here. And you see that rich blending that you get. And I'm able to go back and fill in all those spaces that I just kind of ignored, right? So I don't have to worry about that careful coloring because of this blender pen. Now you might also use, I don't remember, I think this is also that color. You might also use a water painter. Between colors, I just kind of swipe and then I go to the next color. Okay, so you get the general idea here, right? Swipe, clean the color, and then I can go back and do the leaves, all that. It's really quite easy to do with this blender pen or the water painters if you choose that method. What I want to show you today is something that is just next level, but so stinking simple. The Wink of Stella. Now, the Wink of Stella gives you a great little shimmer. I'm going to go back over, let's do this big one. I'm going to go back over this big flower so that you can see what Wink of Stella does. Do you see it shimmering a little bit? I hope I'm getting it right in the light. Okay, it just adds a little bit of shimmer. But here's what you might not realize. You can kind of take out the middleman. You don't really need the blender pen because look what I can do. I can go and I can blend color and add shimmer all at one time. All right, I have to know, are your minds blown right now? Because when I learned this, I was just like, how in the world have I never thought to do that before now? My mind was absolutely blown. This is such a simple thing to do. It's the same idea. It's blending that color in the same way, but it's giving me that fun shimmer all at the same time. Let me know if you've done this or if this is a brand new idea for you. I would love to hear. All right, so I am just going around. It gets a little bit discolored. You can go back and swipe like you do with the blender pen if you want to. But it is just such a fun and easy way to blend and add shimmer all at the same time. All right, let me get all of these blended and I'll show you the next step. Okay, I think that is everything. I sure hope that you can see that shimmer now. So this isn't like rocket science here, people, right? It is something you've probably got sitting around that you add after the fact, but you can, if you want to, eliminate the blender pen step if you're going to add the shimmer anyhow. Such a simple, simple thing. Okay, let's go ahead and attach this. Let me think here. Yeah, I want to put this on. Where's my, here it is. I want to put this on a layer of Old Olive. And just like this sample from the mini catalog, whoa, I'm going to center it on here, but then I'm going to take this entire layer and attach it to the front. And you'll notice I see the top and bottom of that card base, but it's going the whole length of the card. Oftentimes we tend to do something where we have a more even border around all four edges, or, you know, we do it up a little higher, have a thicker border here, but just kind of going to both ends, the whole length, and just leaving a top and bottom is maybe a little bit different than what you typically do. Okay, so I'm going to just place some adhesive along the center. I've cut some of that rickrack, and I'm just going to set it down into the adhesive. It's a whole lot easier doing it that way as opposed to running the adhesive along there. You get some of the fibers stuck on there and it just makes more of a mess. So then I'll just come over and trim up some of the edges here. And now this layer we will attach to the Flirty Flamingo card base. And then we'll work on our greeting. So this is definitely a super quick and creative card that you could easily create in a short amount of time. Also, you can pick whatever watercolor pencils you want when you have designer paper like that. And of course, you could have stamped an image on that layer that you then go ahead and color. Now, I am using Basic Beige, and this banner was cut from a die from Stylish Shapes. And I have a congratulations image here, and I will go ahead and just stamp that right in the center. Super easy to do with photopolymer images. You get it lined up right every time. And then we will just add some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back and attach it. So when you take a look at this final card, I added a little bit of linen thread over in the corner. I hope that you can see that sparkle, that shimmer from the Wink of Stella on the flowers. It's such a game changer to just add the blending and shimmer all in one step. I hope you've enjoyed this card as much as I have. Be sure to click through and watch the other videos. Come back and give a thumbs up vote to the one that you like the most. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.